Okay, today, guys, we're going to be looking at how to factorize a quadratic. So, a quadratic is, I'm just going to go over this quickly, x squared, ax squared plus bx plus c is equal to 0. Or, that's if it's an equation. If it's an expression, it'll just be that. Remember, guys, an algebraic expression has no equal sign. Put a little ban on that. No equal sign, an expression. Okay, so to factorize a quadratic, the method that most people use is and the one that I find is the easiest, is we're going to find two numbers that plus together to equal AC, and that add together two numbers that times together to give us AC and plus together to give us B. Now, these two numbers need to be the same. So whatever that is, needs to be the same as that. So if this is our alpha and this is our beta, so alpha beta is equal to AC, and alpha plus beta is equal to B. So let's try an example. Alpha and beta are the roots, which is where this is equal to 0. So x squared plus 5x plus 6. Okay, so we're going to try and factorize it and put it into two brackets like this. So we get it looking like x plus a and x plus b. So, we're going to find our two numbers times together to give us AC and plus together to give us B. So, these numbers here, if we look at the factors of 6, we got 1, 2, 3, 6. Where 1 times 6 is equal to 6, and 2 times 3. So 1 plus 6 is equal to 7, so we can't do that, and 2 plus 3 is equal to 5, which we can do that. So our numbers could be 2 times 3, 2 plus 3. So now to put it back into this form, this here could be our A, the ones in this column here. We'll call them our A's. The ones in this column here, they can be our B's. Right, so now our x plus A is going to be x plus 2 plus, and the ones in our B column is 3. So we got x plus 3. There we go. That there is our factorized version of our quadratic. Easy peas. So, what about, let's try another one. Find one from my textbook. x squared plus 9x minus 10. We got x squared plus 9x 10. Okay, so for this one, we're going to need to find a number for alpha and a number for beta that go together to give us AC, or negative 10. Change this to our writer tool. Negative 10. Or B, which is 9. So, let's write out the factors of negative 10. So we'll just do the positives, and then we'll make one of them negative, because a negative and a positive equals a negative. So we got 1, 2, 5, 10. So a 2 and a 5, if we add them together, give us 7. 1 plus 10 is equal to 11. What if we make it a negative 1 plus 10? That'll make it equal to 9, which is what we need. So we will do x negative 1 and 10, negative 1 plus 10 is equal to 9. So now we get our thing, so we'll bring it down into our brackets. So negative 1 and 10. So x minus 1, x plus 10. There we go. That there, factorized version of that. So now what if there is a number where a is, that is not 1? So 2a squared plus 11a plus 5. Okay, so for something like this, 2a squared plus 11a plus 5, we're going to do the same thing where it's a times c. So our a term, it's kind of confusing because there's an a there. So this is going to need to equal 2. So we're going to need a number that, two numbers that times together to give us 2 times 5 or 10 plus together to give us b or 11. So what might those two numbers be? So let's write out the factors of 10. 1, 2, 5, 10. And if we just add 1 and 10, we get 11. And 1 times 10 is equal to 10. So we can go 1, 10, 1, 10. Now, because there's a number in front of our unknown, our variable, pronumeral, that one there, we're going to split this up. We're going to split the middle term. So we're going to turn this into 2a squared plus a, or plus 1a plus 10a, because we just use a 1, so now we're going to use the 10. So we're going to use one from this side and one from this side. 10a plus 5. Now that we've done this, it makes it a lot easier to factorize. So for this, let's get a gray going. We're gonna almost split it down the middle here. Okay, so on this side, we're gonna take a 2a outside of a, because 2a times a is going to give us 2a squared plus a half, because a half times 2a is just going to give us a. And on this side, we're going to do the same. We're going to go a plus a half and we're going to find which number goes outside of here to give us 10a plus 5. So what does a need to be times by to give us 10a? Well, it needs to be times by 10, by positive 10. And 5 needs to be times by a half. No, sorry, 10 needs to be times by a half to give us 5. So now in our brackets, we're going to have 2a plus 10 a plus a half. Like that. So because this is kind of a bit messy, we got the half here, we're actually going to divide this whole one by 2 and times this one here by 2. We're going to get a plus 5 times this one here by 2, 2a plus 1. So, why don't we expand this out and just check that it's equal to that. So let's go down here. We're going to get a times 2a, so we're going to get 2a squared. A times 1 plus a, plus 5 times 2a, which is going to give us 10a, plus 1 times 5, plus 5, which will give us 2a squared, plus 11a, plus 5. So, this here is our factorized answer, or either of these two. This bottom one here is just a little neater, but it's looking pretty good so far. We've learned how to do it if there's a number there. Now, what if there's a negative number somewhere in here? Let's do a practice problem like that. Minus 5x minus 6. So now, we're going to do the same thing. We're going to have these two terms need to times together to give us AC, and they need to add together to give us B. Okay, so for this one, our AC is going to be 6 times negative 6, or 36, negative 36. Put that in brackets, just so we don't think that there's like an arrow or anything. Okay, and they need a plus together to give us negative 5. Ooh. Okay, so let's write out the factors of 36. So we got 1, 2, 3, 4, 9. Yes, 3 times 12, 18, and 36. Now we need to find ones that are 5 apart. So change this to grey. We've got 1 and 36, 2 and 18, 3 and 12, 4 and 9, and 6 and 6, because 6 times 6 is 36. So now which ones are 5 apart? We're going to see it's 4 and 9. So we know we've got a 4, we know we've got a 9. So, which one do we need to make negative? Because we need to make one of them negative because there's a negative sign there. Which one do we need to make negative so that it adds to negative 5? So negative 4 plus 9 will give us positive 5. But negative 9 plus 4 will give us negative 5. So let's make our 9 negative. So, now that we've done that, we can write 6x squared plus 4x minus 9x minus 6. Now, when you're putting these middle terms out and you're trying to figure out what order you put them in, like do I do 6x minus 9x plus 4x, or do I do plus 4x minus 9x? Now, the order doesn't matter too much, but if you see that these have a common factor, we're lucky for all of these that have a nice, easy common factor. But if 6 and 9 were to share a factor that these two numbers didn't, then you'd put them in the way that you need. And you can always swap them around later. So now we're going to think, well, we can see there's a common factor of x to both these. So we're going to put an out bracket, put an x outside and inside, because we've got an x squared. Now let's take a 2 out. So 2x outside of 3x. What do we need to times 2x by to give us 4x? It's going to be a positive 2. Now, we give ourselves a little space, we write that again. 3x plus 2. I'll make that 2 look a bit better. What do we need to times 3 by to give us negative 9? It's going to be negative 3. And then negative 3 times 2 is going to give us negative 6. So, our two brackets are 2x minus 3 3x plus 2. So those are our two brackets that there is the fully factorized version of this. Thank you guys for watching, and I will see you in the next one. Here's our working out for today. If you want to screenshot that, write it as a note. Here you go. Thank you for watching, and I'll see you in the next one.